guys, welcome to another video. In today's video, we're going to be doing a whole spring explosion. I am so excited. I am sick of the winter. I'm sure you are too. And we're going to be doing a little spring
makeover.
Yeah, a little spring makeover. We're going to buy a couple things that involve the spring, redecorate our room a little bit for the spring, and just get in the spring vibe. But in this video, we're going to be talking about book recommendations for the spring, because I feel like it's definitely the hardest season to seasonal read in, like mood read, because it's kind of like a weird transitional time. So I have my recommendations for the perfect like moody reads for the season. Right now we are going into Home Goods because we need to get a container for our sugar. So the box that our sugar comes in, we get like raw sugar. It broke, and so now we need to get a container for it because right now we're having our sugar out of a big gallon bag and it's driving me insane. So going in there, we might look at some spring decor. I don't know if we're gonna get anything necessarily, but
some inspo, whatever.
Yes, so welcome to today's video. I'm so excited that you're here, and I'm so excited that the winter is over. We're back from the stores. Whoa, it's really bright. If you hear a dog whining in the back, it's because
she knows something.
She knows that we got a toy for her. She could just smell it. She sticks her face in our bags and she just knows.
You guys, this toy.
Really cute.
Look at it.
I know. A little more summer vibe than spring, but it's still.
I love s'mores, guys, but
yeah. Sam's pretty obsessed with the s'mores. To give like a little haul of what we were doing. So like I said in the intro, we're doing like a spring cleaning, spring whatever, which part of that is obviously tidying up the room. And one of the things that we've been needing to get are these things. We ended up getting a ginormous pack because that's all they had at Home Goods, but these are for the bottom of my chair. I took the wheels off of my chair a while ago because just the height was wrong, but now I don't want to scratch the floor, so yeah, use these. And then you saw the s'mores obviously, and then main reason that we went is for this container. And I really like this one because it actually has the type of top where you just spin it, because the other ones were where you would like undo the top and it would be like, you know, like you couldn't just nicely undo it. It was like too sectiony. Anyways, this was $4.99 at Home Goods, but this is our current setup.
It needs some help. And
this isn't okay. So we're gonna switch that out because this is just asking to make another mess. And then from Trader Joe's, we're gonna start cooking soon.
Yes, which I'm so excited about.
We're making vodka sauce tortellini. So we got cheese tortellini, just the pre-made one white onion. These are a snack, obviously, but they're the cheddar rockets. We're going away soon in a couple days, and so we're gonna need snacks while we're away. So I got those for then. And spinach to put in. We've been putting spinach in every single one of our pastas recently and really liking it. I'm really excited about this combination. We are doing like homemade like garlic bread. I'm just gonna cut these up and then put them in the oven. But we got butter with Parmesan garlic and herbs. And I just think that that is going to be so yummy. Then we just needed milk. We get the lactose-free milk, even though neither of us are lactose intolerant. I don't know.
It's kind of the same how like whenever we get stuff, we end up getting stuff that's like gluten-free, and it's just better. It's just better. I don't know. Yeah,
when
we can have gluten, but it always ends up being.
Yeah, we end up having like a gluten-free household, even though we're having bread, so I'm not saying like only gluten-free. Obviously we're having bread, but if it's like a snack or something, we just happen to pick the gluten-free options, and we're not gluten-free, so I don't know why. I'm going to change because this is a new hoodie, and when I bought this, I literally told Sam, do not let me make red sauce in this hoodie because there's a big light patch and it always splashes at me.
And guess what we're making right now for lunch?
Of course. And this is the first time I've worn this hoodie, so it's like immediate that I'm gonna make a mess, so I'm gonna change. And then after, we'll probably talk to you about books.
Country lanes and coastal plains, endless views that we're passing through, making our way to a distant place, just us two. somewhere new. We watch the sky fade into the night. With you, my arms, nothing can go wrong. We'll fall asleep on a starlit beach, just us two, somewhere new, somewhere new. Just us two, I'll follow you.
Little reading update in terms of reading for the spring. When I was originally thinking about reading like for this season, because I wanted to do kind of like atmospheric reading, I couldn't really think of what reading in the spring meant, because I feel like we have specific genres for every other season, but when it comes to the spring, I feel like it's just kind of a blank. So I feel like summer gets a lot of the rom-coms and the mystery thrillers, and then fall you're kind of doing like cozy stuff, so either like a dark academia or a cozy fantasy, and then I feel like winter gets a lot of those high fantasy, and then when I'm thinking of spring, I just really don't know what would be in spring. So I did some research looking at the genres in general, like a list of genres, and trying to pick out what felt springy. So this is what I came up with. First, contemporary fiction. I feel like any kind of fiction, historical fiction, contemporary fiction, is so spring. A little bit of self-reflecting, a little bit of an emotional read that's not too like thick, you know? I'm thinking about kind of getting through books a little quicker, and I feel like a lot of fiction books make you reflect a little bit, but they're not too crazy long, you know, like fantasies can get so humongous. I ended up starting to read My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry by Frederick Bachman, and we really like it. It's just definitely a book that I want to read slower. He has so many one-liners in one paragraph that it's so easy for you to miss something that has like a lot of oomph and a lot of meaning towards it. This is specifically talking about Elsa, who is 7 years old. She grew up heavily influenced by her grandmother telling her all these fairy tales and wonderful stories of this made-up world that has like a bunch of kingdoms and everything like that, and so Elsa's very close to her grandmother. Her grandma does pass away, and so Elsa is kind of left to question what was real out of all those stories and tie up a couple loose ends that the grandmother has asked for her to do. And then I'm also thinking that whimsical, light, quick fantasy, and I know that that is few and far between. Finding a small fantasy book is basically possible, but I found the perfect example. We have Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. This is super thin when it comes to being a fantasy book, but even if you're looking at the cover, it just totally gives spring vibes. We haven't started at all, but you're following Emily, who's a professor, and she's trying to learn more about this world. I mean, obviously she's trying to write this encyclopedia, but there also seems to be like a romance going on and kind of like a academic slash like professional rivalry. I'm really interested to start this. I know that the third one came out not too long ago, so that's exciting to have like a completed series on our TBR rather than having a series where we're starting that we have to wait like years and years for the books to finish. And also, I feel like if you were into poetry, this would be a good time to really dabble in that, or nonfiction, memoirs, things like that, that you could really have some slow contemplating time and enjoy the weather and enjoy the changing of the seasons and just do some reflection. I feel like is what the spring is really about.